Hello everyone. How you doing, folks? Just let me delete the banner. How you doing? It's been a couple of hours since last stream. Let me see. Can you hear me? Yeah. First of all, I see the comments. The first of all, I apologize for the session changing time. One of our colleagues had some issues, so had to cover it. So sorry for the delay. And yeah, I'll do a check. And probably it will not. Yeah, it says ended because it's supposed to be a couple hours ago. I recommend you to save the link, and I'll make sure after the stream to uh, ask someone to change the date so you can register for the event for this the session. So yeah, just save the link and remember to check in later on. Okay, so there shouldn't be a problem with that. So yeah, um, yeah. For thank you for being here. Let's get into the work. Yeah, as is explained, Vidip, it says rescinded because it was supposed to be a couple of hours ago. I'll make sure to check that after the stream to see if we can change the date. Just save the link, and I'll make sure it works after, so you can check in after the stream. And yeah, first of all, my name is Snowfall. A lot of you already know me. And today we're going to see what is all about hacking with web scraping. We're going to learn what is web scraping, how it works. We're going to work on an example. We're going to build Python scraper um, code so you can later on play with it. So we will just see what is all this uh, well data extraction is. So let me see. Okay, no questions. Okay, first of all, what's data scraping? Okay, so for that we need to go back. Basically, scrape web scraping. In this case, it's going through websites and basically just get as much information as you can to, I don't know, use that information later or do whatever you want. Okay, so there's some points that we need to take care of. Sorry, and these ethical considerations. Okay, it's really important to discuss the legality around scraping data from websites. So we need to highlight the importance of respecting websites' terms of service and robots.txt files. We will get into that. Basically, robots.txt is a file that every website, well, at least most of the websites have, where they allow or disallow bots. For example, they detected or whatever. So if you have a bot and you uh, actively scrape in a website, and then you see that you cannot because they put your bot name in the robots.txt, that means that you're not allowed, okay? Because they don't like what you did or what you're going to do. So respect that, okay? Don't try to make another bot with another name and with another method to scrape the data, because well, if you're going to do the same, I suggest in that case to talk with the website owners or the company and just ask for the data you want and the purpose. Maybe it's for academic purpose or something. They won't have a problem with that. Okay, so it will be quite easy to do. And let me see. Let me share with you my screen first of all and show you what are we going to do today. Okay, and present, share screen, window. Yeah, just the entire screen. I don't mind. There's no information strange information there. So ethical considerations, okay, really important. And then we have we need to understand a little bit how HTML works, CSS, sometimes JSON. When we get JSON responses, how to process that. Some of the responses are in XML, and yeah, there's a bunch, but primarily we need to understand how HTML works. So if we want to start scraping with regex, we will get into that too. Regex is basically stands for regular expressions to get matches from website. And yeah, so, and another point, it will be choosing the target website, let's say, and how to choose the website, the right website for scrapping, like considering factors like the website structure, the data availability, and legality. Okay, so if there's some terms and conditions, just read them all. The robots, make sure that the website you're scrapping is 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 allowing externals to use the data and how to use the data, because sometimes maybe it's just free data using for academic purpose, and maybe if it's just a college project or whatever, they won't have any kind of problem with that. But if you're just scrapping the data to because you have another website and you want to show the same data and monetize that data, probably they won't like that. Okay, they obviously, because they work really hard to get that data, they just don't want to give it up. Okay, so yeah, and then we will get into a little bit setting up an environment and making just a little bit scrapping program, and we will see how to handle dynamic contents. Like for example, cookies, session IDs, uh, variable cookies that we need to extract for the parsing, whatever. And then we will see how we can clean and process the data, and we will show some because obviously there's some advanced scrapping techniques. We will not get really in depth into that, but there's a lot of advanced techniques, for example, to scrap banks and I don't know, for example, user agents, rotation, the proxy usage to not get caught or blocked or whatever. Handling CAPTCHA, there's also libraries that complete CAPTCHAs for you. And yeah, so, and then we'll get a little bit into the ethics of it and to see how, some good practices and troubleshootings and how to work and scrap some websites. First of all, we're going to be scraping a website. Okay, I will show you a little bit how to do it, how to get the data, how to get the information, and all that stuff. So if you have any website that you want to scrape, okay, so just put it on the comments, and we will get into that. Okay, but I don't know, any website. I don't know. Don't put Facebook or something. This probably will be quite difficult for beginners. But I don't know, any government website in your country or any company website that, I don't know, startup or even a big one, whatever. Just put it on the comments, and we can try to scrap that. I choose before Redbus. Sorry, I'm sorry. Uh, I chose a Redbus before for an example in the other stream, but we can use another one. Quotes that so scrape. Okay, let's see. Let's go to this one. Quotes that to scrape.com. I think it's like this. It's this one. Quotes to scrape. I think it's this one. Okay, so we'll take this one as okay. Let's take this one for example. Okay, let's see how we can scrape this website. Okay, so basically everyone have seen this once in your lifetime, probably the HTML elements. So this button right here is really useful when you're scraping a website, because you can just click it and click an element, for example, this one, okay, and you go just directly to the element. You can do it by like clicking here. Sorry, you can just click here and inspect, and it will take you to the same site. But if you're just don't know, or I don't know, you just want this small or whatever, you can just click here, and even just hovering on the top, you can see some details, as like for example the CSS that it's using and how it's structured. Okay, so it's really useful tool. Okay, so you can see this. Okay, let's go here. Okay, first of all, Airbnb. Okay, we will check Airbnb too. Okay, let's get into this one. Let's see. Okay, sorry if I'm looking down because I have the what you see. I have it down here because I have the chat right here, so don't be confused. Okay, so well, I can see it here too. Okay, let's see how we can get all this data from here. First of all, there's the network. Okay, so there's a bunch of tabs here. You can see the memory tab, the performance, the network. Let's see. Okay, just this one, for example, is for more development purposes to see if your web is working properly, whatever. But what are we interested in is this, okay, the network. So let's clean all this and recharge the page. Okay, so first of all, we see here a document that it's loaded. I would recommend you, for example, sometimes you have this not order. You can just order it waterfall. Okay, so you can get like the whole, let's say, process. Okay, in order, just not to get confused and that stuff. So let's go to this one. Quotes. That's great. Probably the information will be here. I'm not quite sure, but if we go to preview, we can see here the data. Okay, so this is the data that this request is getting. If we go to response, we can see the HTML here. Let's see. Okay, there's the be yourself, quotes, whatever. Okay, so in this case, we can, if you want to replicate this request to get this response, you can simply just click here, copy a squirrel, okay? And then if we go to, let's say, Postman, probably you're familiar with Postman, or maybe there's Insomnia too. So people prefer Insomnia because they say it's well, it's less memory intensive, but I don't mind, to be honest, right now. So I'll be using just Postman. Okay, so we passed the response, and as we can see here, we have the parameters. In this case, we don't have anything, because if we had like name equal null and city equal Barcelona. Okay, so here you'll have the parameters. In this case, we don't have nothing. Okay, authorization, we have nothing. First of all, let's make sure it works. Okay, and in this case, it works. If we go to preview, we can see all the quotes. Okay, so the thing here is, first of all, why do we need to scrape websites? Okay, there's various reasons. First of all, if we want, actually, let's say we have a, I don't know, there's a website, or we're making a machine learning model, and we need data to train the model, and we don't have any JSON or CSV or whatever XLS file with the data or whatever, but there is a website that has all this data that we need to train. First of all, we don't go directly to scrape the data, because we don't know the legal term sheets that the website has. So first of all, we need to see if we can scrape the website. And if we can scrape the website, like okay, for just for educational reasons, no monetization, whatever there could be terms. And if we don't find any information about that, we can just send a message to the website company or the website administrator, or if it's just a personal website from someone, we can just send it. I don't know, even a LinkedIn message, or if we don't find an email, like, hey, I just found your website. I want the data. Can I? And if you get the permission, you can just get the data from there and train your model. Okay, so this is the reason. There's different ways of scraping websites, or okay. So now this is the response we have. If we go to the headers, here we can see some. Normally the sec ones are not necessary, so you can just check them all off. The user agent is important. It's what it dictates what kind of user agent you're using to make the request. Gauge control, we can just leave it empty. Okay, and then if we go to the body, there's nothing. As we can see, there's no cookies or whatever. After the well, in a moment, we'll see how to get cookies and how to parse cookies and how to find them in the code, if how to load them, because sometimes you need cookies. So yeah, now what? Okay, so we have the response. Now what else? Okay, so let's say you have the response. In this case, it was quite easy. Okay, you just get the data and that's it. So once we have the response, in this case, we have the the HTML. We can do the following. Okay, we can just go here. There's a website called regex 101 where you can pass an HTML and find coincidences. Okay, like matches. Sorry. Okay, so we don't know exactly where the data is right now. Okay, so we know that there's this tag thinking page one. Uh, what we saw in the websites, oops, sorry, what we saw in the website was this. Okay, I don't want this. I just want to get this data from here. Okay, so how we can get, for example, the quote? First of all, we can search the quote directly here. Okay, let me see if we can find it. Oh, we have a match. Okay, so we don't know the quote. We want the quote. So we need to find elements around the quote that can indicate where the quote is. Let's say, for example, this span. Okay, we have this div called class quote. Okay, if we search this div, we can find 98 matches. Oops, sorry. Okay, 10 matches. Okay, this makes sense because if we go to the website, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it makes sense. That means that this tag is specific to the quote. Okay, obviously sometimes there's classes, sometimes there's ID names, whatever. So now we have the HTML, and we don't want the HTML. We just want the quotes, each one of the quotes. How can we do that? Okay, so there's something called regex. Okay, basically it's like, let's say, a language or for regular expressions. Let's say we want the quote. Okay, for regex, you'll need to just learn a little bit how to get them. It's really quite easy, but in this case, for example, I think if I'm not wrong. Oops, sorry. Um, okay. Okay, so now we can probably go with uh, okay, let me see because I need to quote. Okay, oops, okay, there was some kind of error here. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, so probably there's the prop. Let's see if we can find another way, okay, to get the quotes. Okay, I have another way, but I don't know if it will work. Well, let's try it. Okay, so let's delete this. I think this is not the. Okay, I was not copying. I think the whole code. Let me see. There's another tool called HTML Viewer that you can just. Oh, okay. Now we can see this here. So maybe we had some spelling or something. Okay, now we have a match here. Okay, so let's try, instead of this, let's see if we can just summarize this. Okay, if this can be oh, I'm sorry. Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry, folks. I'm so sorry. It gave me like I don't know. Okay, so in this case, as we can see, we have this one, span class text item prop text. This is unique. Okay, so in case that this is not unique, you can just go from here, get this, and then go back to here or whatever. But in this case, we have the other result. So we can just, in this case, use this. Basically, this I think means, well, I think it's not. I think it is what it is. It means get the match of all what you find until a closing bracket. Okay, you can just leave it like this. Uh, so if we so the in this okay, so in this case it's not a closing bracket, as you can see. It's like it's not a closing bracket. Okay, it's something. It's like a special character. Okay, so in this case, what we can do, we can just get all until the tag is open. Okay, so it will get from here to here. Okay, so here in the groups, as you can see, you can find all the tags. The tags. If we go to export, CSV or plain, let's go to JSON. Okay, if we just copy all this, um, okay, if we copy this and we can go to our editor, the I don't know, with the editor you want, we can just pass this, and what we can do is the following. Okay, is the following. As we know, there's this tag. Okay, so we just hit them all, click, copy, go to a new tab, and pass to them. Okay, so and now we can just get this until here, delete this. There you go. Go to the end, delete this, and delete this. So yeah, that's it. And this kind of encoding, it's normal because it's in the HTML. Then you can replace them or whatever. So basically, we got the 10 quotes. Let's check if they're the same ones. But I would say so. Oh, sorry. Quote scrape. Okay, we have the world as we created it. The world as we created. This is our choice. This is our choice, Harry, whatever. There are only 2 days. There are only 2 days. Okay, so now we got the quotes. Okay, with just some simple. So the thing here is, what about if there's there's not 10 quotes, but there's like 2 million quotes? Okay, so that there is where the code comes in, and then what you want to do, we'll try to do that in a while. Coding is basically get all the data. Well, get this the structure of the requests, like because the requests are dynamic. Okay, as you can see here, there's 10 results, but if we go to next page, we will have 10 more results. Okay, so it's not just 10. Now we need to figure out what's, like, let's say the modus operandi of the requests. Okay, how they are made, they have a parameter called next page. There's something that takes us to the second page, whatever. Now, what we can do in this case, we can just delete all the network files, okay? Because we want to see from now, what does it charge, okay? Because we don't mind what it's already charged. So if we click next, okay, so now we can see here a page called to, okay, with the token, sign-in page, script, whatever. And the preview will be this live, it was is what you make it, this live, so you make it. So this is the quote, okay? These are the quotes. So now the thing here is how we can reproduce like page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 9. Okay. Let me see if there's any question. No. Any question till now? Feel free to ask anything. No. No. Okay. Okay. So great then. Okay. Now let's go to the code. Okay. Let's try to make just a little script to get this data. So let's go. Entitled. Okay. Open folder. Admin. Okay. Sorry, I have a bunch of random stuff here. This one. This one. Don't save. We don't want to save this. Okay, so this is the project that we built before. But I will make this. Let me see. New. Okay, let's see. New folder. Scrapping. Okay, let's call it scrapping, and then new file. Scrapping. That's I don't know. Py. Let's see if we can. I'm not used to Python. Okay, def. I don't know. Def main. I don't know if. Oh, sorry. I don't know if this can work. To be honest. Print hello world. CD. Scrapping. I just want to make it simple. Python 3 scrapping. Okay, so it's not okay. Let's do it here. Never mind. This never existed. Okay, let's delete all this. Okay, maybe we don't need a function. I think. Scrapping. Let me see. New file. Script. That's Python. Prints. Whatever. Scrapping. Okay. Okay, it's scrape. Python. Scrape that py. Open file. Trash. Scrapping. I mean trash. Why trash? Why trash? Okay. Okay. Now, three. Scrape. Okay. Okay. So we can do this here. Okay. So first of all, we need to import the requests library. Okay. Can you see the code properly? Can you see the code? Should I make it bigger? It's cool. Okay, I assume everyone's seeing the code. Yes? Okay, great. So what we want to do. First of all, we need to get the HTML. Okay, so how we can do that? If we go here, okay, let's get the second response so we can get an idea of how it's made. There's a website curl to Python requests basically turns a curl to a Python request, basically. So now we can see here, this is the request, okay? We will use CS requests. Oops, sorry, let me just get this off. Import requests. Okay, we'll need to import this probably. Not even import it. Compile it. Okay, just takes you straight to the terminal. 5.3. Okay, installing. So now we should run this. Okay, smoothly. Okay, now if we just print the response text, we should get Python's great. We get the HTML. Okay, so now we have the request. As you can see, there's here a parameter, okay, called page X, or page 1, or and page 2, page 3, page 6, page 29. Okay, so in this case, we want the first page because we're going to start from this first page. We will try to make the parsing, and then we're going to iterate through all the pages that we want and see how we can detect if there's more pages or there's no pages. So basically, now we have the HTML. Okay, now we need to create the pattern that we want to use. Okay, so in this case, let's call it pattern equal. I don't know if this one will work. Let's copy it from the. Let's copy it from the regex. Okay, let's copy this, and this should work. Okay, items, blah blah blah, whatever. Okay, so how we can get the matches? We'll just create matches equal refind all. We're going to pass it the pattern, the HTML content. It will be the text that it's in the response, and yeah, I think that's it. And here we will do for match. Oh, sorry, match in matches. And then we're going to print match. Okay, that's strip, just to strip the string, and that's it. Okay, the regex. Okay, now it should work. Okay, let's see if it works. Okay, let's go to terminal, new terminal. Let's go to see. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Okay, Python. Yeah, cool. Now we got the. Oops, sorry. Can you see it like this, or it's too small? If you can see it, I think it's better because we won't need like all the. We'll have more information in one page, so it won't be. Okay, if you cannot see it, please raise your hand. It's visible. Okay, great. No questions till now. Everything's okay. Everything's clear. Okay, so if so, I'm doing a great job then. Okay. Can you explain the import? Yeah, the import basically is we have two imports. We have the requests that allows us to make the requests. Well, to use the library to get to make the get request to get the HTML, and the other import is reg, that stands for the regex. Do you remember that we've done this? Regex basically it's a term. It's called regular expressions. So basically, you say, "Hey, I have." Let's see an example. Okay, for example, this one. Okay, this is the regex, the text emails. Basically, it says, "Hey, I want after, for example, the at, I want it to be just letters from A to Z, okay, and whatever, and you just define a pattern that you want the string to have, and if that string has the pattern, then it gets like an okay or whatever. It's basically it's used to with a bunch of data or HTML just to squeeze it, and just get the data you want, because otherwise it will be quite difficult to get the data because you don't know the data that you want. You only know see oh, sorry I was in Spanish. So you don't know the data that you want, you just know the surroundings. For example, we don't know the exact quote that we wanted, but we know that the quote is inside this span. Okay, so we can say, hey, when you find this span, just find all the results inside until you find a bracket like this one. Okay, so what it does, it finds the text span, whatever, and it takes all the data inside until it finds this character here. So, and when it finds this character, it stops. Okay, so there's a bunch. Maybe it's this character, and if we change it, we put the other one, it will not stop until it finds the other character. Okay, so, and now we will get all this information, but we don't want the tag, so we just want boom, this one. Okay, did I make it clear? Any more doubts? Any more doubts? Is it clear? Eclectic. Nice name. Is it clear now? Okay, I hope so. If you have any more questions, don't hesitate to ask. Okay, so now we have the 10 quotes. Okay, so in this case, let's see if we just put the second page, okay, and we run it again, we probably will get the quotes from the second page. Okay, the world is, this is the first page. This life is what you make it, blah blah blah. This is the quotes from the second page. Do you remember them? The second page. Okay, this life is what you make it, blah blah blah. So if we go to the third page, I love you without knowing how or when, blah blah blah. So if we go here and we go to the third page, sorry for the blah 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 thing, just some mimics. Okay, if we go to the third page, I love you without knowing how. I love you without knowing how. So now it makes sense. Okay, so we know how to get the first page. We know how to get the second page, the third, the fourth. We don't know when we will end. Okay, so this is the thing. Let's see if, or we can change it here. For example, we can go to page 90. We have no data. Okay, so we go to page 30, no data. 23, no data. 21, no data. Let's go. Okay, so 13. Okay, let's go to page 5, 6. Okay, page 6 we have data. Page 7, page 8, page 9, page 10. Okay, we have 100 results. Basically, we have 10 pages, 10 results each. So let's get them all. Okay, let's say we want to get them all. How we can do that? Let's get back into the code. Now we know how to extract the data from each website. So basically, this is basic programming, and this is just running through all of them and just making the requests. So as I said before, this you can clean a little bit the headers because sometimes they're really large, and there's some. Okay, I'm deleting these ones because I think, in my opinion and experience, they're not necessary. Okay, but maybe this one's not necessary neither, and the other ones too. So try to clean the code a little bit. Let's make sure that the code works without the parameters. Okay, it will be just a quick run it again, scrape. Okay, it works. So the headers are not necessary. Okay, let's see the question. How did you get the headers string in your code? Great question. Okay, so do you remember the website where we got the quotes from? So this is, for example, the 10th page. So this is the request we want to make. Okay, we want to make the request. Okay, but how to get them? Basically, you can just copy here. You can select copy as curl. Okay, copy as curl the request, and you go to this website. It's called Converter or whatever. It basically takes a curl and it converts it into code. Okay, so basically this is how you can get them, or you can just get them. Okay, as you can see here, in the same. Oops, sorry. As you can see here, this is the requests from the website. Um, this is the website, and this is the requests. Okay, so this is the headers, the fetch data, blah blah blah, whatever, and this will get the response. Okay, so this is where you have to search for the headers, and as you can see, you can delete, for example, these ones in this case, as we did, and maybe even this one sometimes is not necessary. Uh, okay, so yeah, basically this is where you find the headers. Any questions? Did I make it clear? Any doubts there? Um, okay, let's get back into the code. Okay, so let's say we want to scrape all the data, and we want to scrape all the data, and that's it. But we don't want to scrape because we can make some mistakes. Okay, for example, we can just go in this case, matches, re find all for matches, blah blah blah. Okay, um let's create uh, let's create an empty quotes quotes. Okay, an empty one, quotes. So once we run through all of them, we can just quotes append match string. Okay, so in this way we can just append them all in the quotes list. Okay, and that's it, and just save like 100 of them, and maybe we can write them on a file or something. Let me see if I can find some library or something to just create a file and store them. Um, in, Let me see. I think there's a library that we can find, or maybe let me see. Let's try one. Okay, let's try one. I think there's with open. Oh, okay. As a file and format. This should be okay. I would say. Um, mm, okay, this maybe just saves one, but let's try it. Well, let's try this one and see if, because I think this one will just save one in the last one in the file. Okay, scrapping Python. Let's go to see the files. We have quote. Oh, okay, so it saves all of them. Okay, so great. We're going to use this one. Okay, we're going to just save all the quotes in one file. Let's okay, just delete the file. Delete the file, and okay, let's go. So what we want to do right now is just go through all the website. Okay, we have another question. How did you get that span tag? Okay, so the tag, it was here. Let me show you. If we go to the website, okay, we can just use elements. Use this thing here. Oops, sorry. This thing here, okay, and we can just select, for example, the truth, blah blah blah, and we can see here that the quote is inside this span. Okay, so basically this is where the span comes from. Okay, we just get the span here. We know that the quote is inside the span, so we take the span as a reference. Okay, this specific span with this class and this item prop, probably in this case not repeated, but if there's a website that has something repeated, you can take another one that it's not. Okay, so there's always something that it's not repeating, and you can take that as a reference. Okay. Yeah, thanks for asking. Thanks for people asking, because it might be helpful for other people too. So great job. Thank you. Okay, so let's go. Let's go, folks. Now what we want to do is let's see what we can do here. Okay, we can just copy all this. In my opinion, I will copy all this and do a for. Okay, range. Basically, just pass all this here. Okay. Okay. This maybe something is not. Let's see response. Find all. Okay, this something's not. Doesn't want to just copy it all. Okay, just let's pass all this here. We have the header. The header will not change. The response will change. So the header will be in there. And we can do here is for each. We can do a for in range. Then the response will be. Okay, this one sometimes just a little bit. Format I. I don't think this is necessary, to be honest. I will use I here. So we want to do this. We want to get the matches. We want to get all this here. Okay, Python indentation problems. Okay, we're just gonna command this for the moment. The parent is the same, find, etc. We will going to do like a couple, 3, let's say, websites. Let's go. This should work. Okay, it's grabbing. Let's see the quotes. Okay, so as you imagine, it only saves the one of the requests. So good friends, life is what happens. Okay, so what we can do here is run this at the end. Okay, so we can just, instead of match, we can just do for match, it matches, quotes append, and then this, we can say this outside. Okay, we can take this outside, and instead of the match, we can use the quotes. We can use the quotes for quote in quotes, f right quotes, string, blah blah blah, quotes, collection. Let's call it collection. Okay, let's see. Okay, so now we have all of them here. Okay, I think in the other one we just had some. Okay, we had 10 lines of quotes, and in the new one we have 20. Okay, so we're getting the first page and the second because it's not inclusive. Okay, so that means that from 1 to 3, range 1 to 3, basically it's 1 and 2. Yeah, I think 3 is not inclusive. Is that okay? Any question? Did you get lost somewhere? Everything's cool? Okay, so okay, basically this is it. Okay, what if we had, okay, let's go. We have a question here. What if we had span h1 span? Will we use the same method still? You can use the same method. So span h1 span. So if there was span h1 span, what you can do, let's imagine. Okay, let's try it. So imagine. So what do you mean is like having here an h1, right? And here closing h1. Okay, this is what you mean, right? So in this case, what we want to do is basically just add here the h1. That's it. That it will be. That it will be because the h1 here has the same closing tag as the span. So there's no need of changing the end. We just need to change the beginning. Okay, so it will be like this. Or if you don't put like the h1, you can do this too. It will work, but you will get in the okay. Oh, okay, because now, okay, we have a problem because you're taking all the values till you find an opening tag, and then the h1 has an opening tag. So you're getting just like this thing here inside that's nothing. Okay, so if you do it like this, you probably want to use a closing one, okay, for example this one, but you will also get this one inclusive, okay, so there's no need of doing that, to be honest. You just can just add here h1 and you'll still get the same result as the other one, okay. Hope that was clear. Thank you. Okay, just let me okay, get this one. Okay, let's see how we can scrape the 100 pages. And okay, let's put a print here real quick. Scraping page and the number of the page, just to keep a track on what are we doing. So just a small print. So what we want to do is, if we just run this, for example, we put for 30, okay, let's see what we will do. This is wrong because it will break at some point, okay, and if not, we will have a problem too, okay. So we saw that we had like 6 pages, I no 10 pages, okay. So from here on we don't have any results, but it's still processing, okay. So if we go to the quotes collection, let me just delete this one. So if we go to the quotes collection, we will get 100, probably. Yeah, 100 results. Why is that? But we have like here 29 pages. That means 290 results. Basically what it does, if we go here, for example, to the page 29, okay, there's no quotes, okay, but it's still processing the page. So what we can add is an if. As we can see here, there's no quotes found, okay. What we can do is make a check to see if there's no quotes, and if there's no quotes, we just break the program and just move on, okay. So, or just continue. So if we go here in this response right here, we will get this message, okay. So we want to check if this message exists. So basically it's a really quick, we just if not if this in not in response text, we want to do the for, okay. If for for, okay. If and else, we just want to continue. Well, actually probably break. Let's try break, okay. So now scrape, okay. If no quotes found, not in, okay, let me see. Something's wrong here. For match, let's try with the continue. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Nope, it's continuing. Okay, something's wrong here because maybe we don't have the following. Okay, let me see this one. Okay, no quotes found. Okay, if no quotes found, let's do something. Okay, let's see the print, no more quotes found, and else. Okay, let's indent this inside. Python indents are amazing. Okay, oops, let's see, 8 9 10 11. Okay, so now we have no more quotes found, no more quotes found, no more quotes found, because we don't have more quotes. So what we want to do here in this case, there's no more quotes, we can just break. Okay, so this should break at 10th or 11th in this case. Okay, no more quotes found. Let's see the collection. Okay, so we have all the results. Let's delete the file just to make sure everything's now running smoothly. So we have scraping page 1, page 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11. No more quotes found, and the file is generated with only the 100 quotes. Okay, so with with this method, what we avoid is like, imagine just putting like 9. Okay, we don't want to process like, I don't know, 899,900 pages. Okay, so we'll just process the 11 until the 11th page, and the 11th page will be empty. Okay, so if we go here, we go to the page 11. This is not found. Okay, no codes found, so it just stops the program from running. Okay, was that clear? I will upload the code after the stream, so you can just check it and play with it. But yeah, basically this is the. Let me see if there's any questions. Everything's clear. Okay, let's try with another website. Let's see a website a little bit more complicated. Do you have any? Oh, I think someone suggested Airbnb. I don't know. Airbnb, maybe it will be kind of a mess, to be honest, because they probably have a lot of security things there, and it will not be suitable for beginners. Any other website? We can try with the Red Bus website. I think it's quite interesting. So I see there's no more questions. Okay, let's move on then. First of all, I will upload the code. Okay, so you can check it. Let me just status. There's some. Okay, I will just upload everything. The scrapping, everything. The scrapping file, everything there. Scrapping quotes. Okay, let's go. Okay, let me just share with you the file name so you can just check it after the stream if you want to. Let me see. API. Okay, scrapping. Scrape. There you go. Okay, as you can see, it's a really simple code, but it works. So be happy with that. Okay, so what if you wanted the quotes authors too? Okay, it's really easy. Okay, there you go, the project if you want to check it after. But let's say you want the, let me see, let's go to page 8. Okay, so let's say you want the author too. We need to go to the page here, and we can see where the author is. Okay, so we have span, body class, authors, whatever. There's, I would say, 2 ways. Let me see if we can do it this way. Okay, you probably want to do something more specific. So this is a changing line. Span. Let me see if we can find another way that we can get the authors real quick. You can try a million ways to do that. And or we can ask okay, let me see. So I don't know. Yeah, span, and then by, this will not change, and then we have this. We can take it till the end, and then put author. That's we get this. Okay, we have this. We get the second match. Okay. 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 Until this one. Okay. Yeah. Now it makes sense. So thinking. So this is how you can get the author too. Okay, in this case, author by. Okay, what I can see here is that we're just getting a match, and that's probably because. Okay, makes sense. Let's go with to see. Okay, by author. I just need to check for a pattern. Authors. Okay, yeah. So yeah, this is how you can basically get the author. Okay. So in all the other data, if you want, you can also get the URL. You can get the tags here. You can get everything. So is it all based on HTML structure to get the contents inside it? So it's in this case, it's HTML, but imagine you're scraping a website that has a JSON. It's much, much, much easier. We will see an example right now of a website that has a JSON, and you will see that it's much easier because you just get the JSON structure and the fields and get the values and come on, just make it work. So now we will see that. Do we always need to check for a pattern? Yeah, no, probably most of the time. If it's not a JSON or an XML that you have this, this specific fields, you always need to search for a pattern. It's not that difficult, as you can see. Most of the classes have names like author or I don't know, quote in this case, uh, href. It starts always with author something. Uh, there's a lot of patterns, so um, humans are good with patterns. Okay, let's see a website that uses JSON to scrape instead of HTML. Okay, and you will see that it's pretty easy. Okay, no more questions. If okay, there's no more questions. Great. So let's go. Let me see client. Okay. So this website. Okay, what this website does? What is this website? Basically, I didn't know it till like a couple of hours ago in the last stream. Someone sent it, but I think it's a good example in this case. So what is this website? Basically, it's like I would say like a bus finder or an aggregator of bus or train. In this case, bus, as the name suggests. So let's go. Same thing. Okay, let's go to network. Let's charge the website. In this case, what you can do when you're looking for specific things, you can track your actions in the website. I mean, for example, I want to know what kind of requests are being done when I search for a bus, for example. So I this is for recording. Okay, this will be recording. This one you can stop it or you can open it. So we just recharge the website. We see that it loads a lot of pictures, JavaScript stuff we don't need. Okay, we don't mind. We can just delete these files from our view. We don't want to see files that we don't want to see. And we click buscar. Okay, so buscar is search in Spanish. So, now we can see a bunch of files. Okay, don't be scared. Okay, so what we want to do in this case is just get these options, for example, and the pricing and the stations and all that stuff. So how we can search data here? Okay, so most of the time, hitting fetch, just the methods to fetch the types to fetch data, you can find it. Okay, so from these files, which one do you think will contain the search results? Okay, it's kind of ironic. So this one, as you can see, it's called search v4 results, blah blah blah. So probably will be this one. Okay, so if we hit here, we go to payload. This okay, this is the payload that the request has, and let's go to preview. Okay, so the preview, as we can see, has all this data. So now we're happy because we have all this data in a JSON format, really easy to parse, really easy to get the structure of it, really easy to get the data of it. So we're really excited to get all this data from this website. But remember, folks, remember, ask permission to the website's owner to get the data. Okay? Well, if they have like a public API that I don't know, that's available to use with the same data, probably they won't mind you scrapping the website. But I think if they have an API, it's because of something. So you should probably ask, say, hey, can I scrape your website or something? Because it's their data. They uh, tried really hard to get it and to manage to have all the data. So try to be polite, be legal, and ask for permission always. So yeah. So now we have the results. Okay, what we can see here in this response. Let me make it bigger because this part is really really important. Okay, as you can see here, there's a bunch of things that probably we don't need. Disable cache. This one is useful too. Preserve logs. This one is if you don't want the logs to delete. Sometimes, for example, if you're in this page and you have all the files, okay, you have all this. If I click in another way, it will just delete all these files and create the new ones. Okay, so we want to preserve them in case we want, for example, just to check like the trace of all the requests to ours. Okay, so in this case, it doesn't matter. We can just preserve logs. And here we have this file. Okay, this request, it has bus counts. Okay, we can see 3. It makes sense with these 3 bus counts. It's blah blah bus. So I assume it's this one. Inventories. Okay, we'll get into that. Metadata. Here we can see BT counts. Okay, 3. That's okay. Bus image URL. Okay, it's the bus image. Great. Thumbnails. We don't care. Selection dates. Okay, here we can see some information and the sections. Okay, this is the sections. Okay, this is the sections that we want. Destination name London. Okay, as you can see here, it was from Paris to London. So we want to go from Paris to London, 17th of April till 24th of April. So source name Paris. Okay, this we assume it's the source city, the origin city. Let's call it, and the destination name will be the destination. So here we have some information that we already known because we made the search. And okay, so where's the fares? Where's the prices? Probably it will be here, inventories. Okay, in inventories, we can see 3 objects. Sorry, this one will be arrival time. It's 18th of April at 6:05 a.m. So okay, arrival time 6:05 a.m. and this one was also okay. It's the same date. They're all the same date. 17th of April. Oh, sorry, 18th of April. Let's see if this one has an 18th somewhere. Thing. Oh, okay. So okay, now it makes sense because this one is the arrival time. Okay, it's not the departure time. The departure time is at 19:45. So this is 17th, and the arrival will be 18th of April. Okay, so now it makes sense. Okay, let's go. Let's see how many data we can get from here. We can get BP data. We have the address. Okay, that's pretty cool. We know the station where the bus is departing from. The type of bus is standard. Departure time. Okay, this one is 19:45. And here we can find ZP data. I assume this is like the destination data. Okay, and fares list. Okay, this is the price, 34.98 euros. Okay, it's kind of cheap to be honest, from Paris to London. Okay, that's cool. So yeah, for this, in this exam, let me see if we can get some more information. Destination, DP, source BP. Okay, this DP, I would say is departure, or I don't know exactly, because some of the fields are just the nomenclature are of the website developers or the company or whatever. So we don't always know exactly what does it mean. But yeah, we assume that this is the destination and this is the source. So let's see what else we can find here. Blah, travel name, blah blah bus, vendor currency, euros. Okay, we can get this data from here. So in this case, we have this file. Okay, but let me see the other thing. If we go to elements, this is the source code. Okay, so if we go here, for example, let's check this one. Okay, oops, sorry. Okay, let's get into this. So we can find, for example, this one. Okay, this one has an ID here. Okay, we don't know exactly what the ID means, but for example, if we want to get the information, probably is this div. Okay, this is really useful when you're scrapping because you can just hover over the tag and you can see the information that it's um, storing. Okay, so this one, for example, is to get the dates and all that stuff, and this is for the fairs. Okay, let's go with the fairs. Okay, let's go. Okay, so here we have the fairs, and this is the fair. Okay, so now you may think, whoa, this is a mess. I mean, like, these random class names doesn't make sense. How can I do this? It's really difficult. It's a mess. I don't want to work on this anymore. So this is the the response that I could give you. There's one thing called Beautiful Soup. Beautiful Soup is basically a library, an amazing library, Python library. So Python Beautiful Soup. Okay. So basically, what it allows you is to okay. The website is not the most. It's not made in Vue.js or Tailwind CSS or anything similar, but it's really useful. Okay, so basically, what you can do with beautiful. Let me show you an example. Basically, what you do is like a tree. Okay, basically you transform the HTML into a tree, and you can say basically this. Sorry, this is not the website. Okay, this is. So in this case, for example, we have result selection, and then we have bus items, bus, whatever. Okay, so what we can do with beautiful JS, beautiful soup, we can say, hey, I know this class is unique, so this class just exists here. So I want you to take all the divs inside the this class. Okay. So what Beautiful Soup will do is basically just go straight to this class, get all these three divs. Okay. So and you can say, hey, in that div there's another div. Okay. So or in that div just find for a list. So this is the list. This is the only list. So basically you can just go. I recommend you to check some Beautiful Soup examples. I can show you. I can share with you some. Okay, this source is really cool. I think I just seen. Okay, so basically, what allows you, it's called Beautiful Soup. It's great. So what allows you is to say, okay, I have just get this UL. Okay, inside the UL, get all the divs, and inside each div, you will find a list. Okay, and inside the list, you can find another div. And I know it's kind of messy with this website. It's just really indented, and but yeah, you can do that without having to search for these classes names because they don't even make sense to me because I think they're like random class names. I don't know. So you with Beautiful Soup, you can just create a tree of the HTML and just go through one level to another until you get the specific field. Okay. it's much easier than regex. For example, in this case, the other case was much easier with the regex, to be honest, because it just well, in this case, if you want to get like the author name and you want to get all the tags, whatever, you can just have some way just to get this huge div and get the divs inside of it, or whatever. Okay, so yeah, keep that in mind. You can use Beautiful Soup or regex. Okay, but in this website, there's no need of just complicating ourselves, because we already have a JSON that is amazingly well structured, and we can use it. So how we can use it? That's the question. Oops. Oh my God. I have some problems here. Okay. Let's go. How we can replicate this request? Okay. Again, go here, copy as curl. Okay. We go here. We go here. Okay. So this one looks a little bit more difficult. Okay. So this is what I wanted. So if we copy all this, let's go to Postman, because I think you'll have it clearer, more clear. Let's go to Postman. Okay. Uh, Let me just make it bigger so everyone can see it. Okay, just delete this. Let's go. So now, this is the first of all. Let's try. Let's try it. Okay. Okay, it works. We get the response, the preview. Well, it's a JSON visualize. Probably we okay. So it's doesn't make sense to visualize it here at least. So in this case, we see that the city and the cities are with codes. It's not with letters. Okay. So how can we get these codes? Okay, let me see. There's a question. Real quick. Really quick. Real quick. How did you get the preview header section from network? Do you mean the preview header section from the network? Do you mean the header? Or so you can just go to the file. Okay. First of all, this is what you will get once you search. Then fetch XHR, and then go to the search results file and the preview. Okay, so if you want to copy the request, just go here, right click, copy a squirrel. Okay, CURL. Okay, copy a squirrel, and that's it. And then just post it in Postman. Never. Okay, so how do we know the codes of the cities? Because maybe we want to do something and we want to be to allow users to search from Barcelona to Madrid, for example, but they don't. The user doesn't have to know like the code. Okay, I want to go from city 227-855, whatever. How we can find that? Um, to be honest, I don't know this website, but let's figure it out. Okay. So first of all, what we can do is a quick search. Okay. What we can do is a really quick search. So we can go here, Command F or Control F, depending on your computer, and let's see where all this data is coming from. So in this case, let's search Paris, for example. Okay. Okay, this will be kind of tough to see like this. From city, okay, this is the search. This is the response. Okay. Okay, this is the search. Payload, Paris. What we can do, let me see, we can get it from here. Okay. There's well, the easy way is just just probably make all the requests and see all the cities, the code, and just map them in a dictionary or something, and just make them from there. But that will be a little bit not too will be too manual. Okay, let me just search with the code. Let me see. This is Google service. We don't want this. Google Ads. Bus. Let's see. This is the results. Okay, let me see. Refer. Probably there should be some kind of. Let's go here. Okay, let's go to the beginning, and what we can do here is let's get to the network. Let's get to the network. Let's just close this off. Just clean all this, and let's see how we can get the codes. Okay, for example, I don't know. Let's go to this one. Okay, there's probably I would say we can get them from this was not manage booking. Let's go. Have to some kind of there must be some kind of I don't know something charging the codes 100%. So let's try this again. Let's delete all this. Let's go search. So somewhere here it should be okay. And then it consent from city, CO route name, view source. This is not search from payload. What you can do, maybe you can choose city ID. Let me search here real quick. City ID. From city ID, let me see. Okay, just not to. I need to get this from somewhere. See your routes. It seems that just getting like the specific city, but probably what you can do. Oh, okay. What you can do probably payloads. Let me see. I was thinking about something, but I don't know. Yeah, basically, what you can do is try to track like all the previous responses that it does, and to see. Let me see. Waterfall. Sort by waterfall. Okay, so this is all the requests. So we can just go back. Let me see session. There's nothing related to the location. Okay, client's info. I don't think this is it. Destination. Nope, not this one. Let's go to preview. Nope. Let's go to Etsy. Sometimes they just load a file with all the dictionary and all that stuff, but sometimes they don't. So it's like a little bit off. Let me see. GP. Okay, so I think this could make sense because nope, because this one, for example, it's different. It's 2022. Yeah, it's different. Destination. Let's see. Let's get this one. This most of the time when you're scraping websites, it's just like working. Okay, so we got just seeing how trying to figure things out, how they try to load things, how they pass the things to other methods, how they work. Sometimes you can find IDs even in the JavaScript and all that stuff. So yeah, but I would say, let me see. We can find something here. Let me see here. The payload. Okay, so this is the payload that is getting search city. We don't want the payload. Okay, you can find a way to get these IDs. Okay, just take your time, go through the website, or even you can create. I don't know how many cities they have here. Uh, let's see, P. Like go here. Let's see how many cities they have. It's probably most of the time if you can just do handwork. Okay, and just try to. Okay, so for example, if we search bar, it charges this thing, and we can search here response docs. Okay, so here we have the some. Okay, so here we have the stations. Okay, we got it. So what you can do is go here, just copy this. So we have colony Kolkata, West Bengal. We have this is the ID of the station. If we go, for example, from Paris, okay, so we have another one, and if we search, so this is part. Okay, let's search, for example, Paris. Okay, so we get this loaded. Okay, so let's see if we can find our ID here. So our ID was 855. Okay, 227 855. So we got it. Okay, there you go. If you have doubts, if you want to like get all the IDs, you can just map them. Okay, you can just just try, or you can even, I would say, what you can do is automatize this, and as you can see here, the request gets the search and the limit, and you can probably change the limit and just try Paris, or start cities starting with A, with B, with C, and get all the data that you can, and just clean them, just delete duplicated things and all that stuff to just get one result. Okay, so finally we got it. So as you can see, just a little bit of testing, just trying to see a little bit of how the website works, and trying to script the data. So we have the destination, the country, and the cities, and in the header we can see that we have a bunch of headers. So the cookies, how the heck I need to get all these cookies from? Okay, so great question. Let's see how we can get these cookies. Basically, the cookies, we don't need the values, but we need to set them. Okay, so as you can see, with every request that we make, if we go here, let's just click clean all this and recharge the website. Okay, so as we can see, the website starts, floating with just different documents and files and whatever. Sorry, as you can see here, there's two tabs. Okay, cookies and set cookies. What does that mean? That means that that, for example, the cookies is the cookies that we have with this. I mean, like the cookies that we need for the request. Let's see it that way. And set cookies is the cookies that this request sets. Okay, so imagine we start with let's say 0. Let me see. Okay, we have some stuff. Let me see here. Okay, we have some waterfall. Okay, so we have some cookies here. Okay, so for example, this one, if we go to this request and we go to the cookies tab, we see that all the requested cookies that was needed to make this request. These cookies are set when you're using like some requests library or something. You don't need to specify the cookies every time. You can just set it to make the request, and it sets the cookies automatically, and then with the next request it uses the cookies that it already has. So you don't need to keep setting cookies for each request that you make. So yeah, so this is all the cookies requested cookies. And if you go down here, you can see the response cookies. So the response cookies basically is the cookies that we get with so with the response of the request. So we make a request with, imagine, 3 cookies, and that request sets 2 cookies that we need. So for example, in this case, if we go here, we can see a bunch of cookies. Okay, let's say probably there's some of them required. Okay, so let's say we don't know from, for example, okay, so this cookie BMSV, let's find it here if it's necessary or not. Okay, not a good way to. Okay, not a good way. Okay, I can go here. Okay, so this is the cookie. Okay, so in this case, this cookie is necessary to make the request to get the buses. So where we can find this cookie? So if we go here, oops, sorry. If we go here, we can see that this request sets this cookie. So in case that it's necessary, it's really necessary, this cookie, and it's mandatory to make the other request, we can simply, before making the other request, we can make this request even if we don't care about the response of this request, just to set the cookies. Okay, so um, for the request that we wanted that gets all the information, we need to make all the other necessary requests to get to that one. Okay, so imagine you have a request that you want, in this case, this one, that has all these different cookies. Okay, but without this cookie, we cannot do anything. So we can just go take this cookie, go here, for example, oops, not here, Command F, search the name, and here we can see probably the cookie, what is set or what is needed. Most of the times, when you do the first request to the website, it sets a bunch of cookies. So most of the time, you don't even need to make other requests. Just simply getting to the website with the first request, it sets all the other cookies. So in case there's a cookie that is not set, you can just make other. See here in the cookies tab which request sets the specific cookie that you want to use. So you can simply make the request, and then get the cookie set, and you can continue with your I don't know, with your scrapping there. So any question related? Any question? I see there's no questions, so I don't know if I'm too good or too bad. Okay, explaining. Okay, any specific question? Again, you can find the code that I uploaded before in the GitHub file. I uploaded the file to GitHub just for you to access it whenever you want or need. So yeah. Any question, folks? Let me see. Okay, I can see no more questions. Let me see if I have something noted here for you to, some important note that I missed. Mm. Okay, so yeah, that's it. I think you have a brief uh, understanding, and I think you can start making some scrapers. They're easy, but yeah, please make sure that to to be 100% legal and compliant with the website, let's say authorities, or the website administrators, just not to cause harm to them. Okay, the other thing I wanted to show you was the robots file. Yeah, I had. Okay, so if you go to any website, and you go to robots.txt, you probably find robots. Okay, so this is some, let's say, uh, let's say queries or specifications that the website owners want to disallow some uh, bots and any kind of user agents or something. Then you can find the sitemap, that XML, and here you can find a bunch of information. Okay, sometimes you can get even scrape the information from the sitemap and don't even go to the other. So okay, so here for example in the sitemap we can see that you can uh, get like different routes and bus tickets from different cities. Okay, so okay, this is a plus. You can have some more information here. Jaipur to Ujjain. Sorry for our Indian folks. Um, Lowest fare 700 Indian rupees. I don't know if that's a lot of not, but so yeah, here for example in the sitemap you can even get some cool routes. So yeah, that's helpful. So remind to check before even clicking the before even trying to parse the website. See the robots. See if they have a sitemaps. Sometimes the sitemap it's not on the robots, but you can just instead of robots.txt, you can just hit sitemap that XML, and you can have the sitemap. Okay, so let's see Route 17. We don't know what that is, but okay, let's see Route 17, and probably will have a bunch of routes. Okay, so we have a bunch of website routes. We can just go here. We can scrape the. I don't know if it's allowed. We should check that. But in this case, we don't have any kind of bus or whatever. So so yeah, you can just play with that. So let me try this one. Okay, so there's some of them allowed and some of them are not allowed. So play with that and see if you have permission. Let's see the question. Do we need to allow third-party cookie while scrapping? Because on Windows you cannot see the headers, initiator names on network after inspecting. I think what browser are you using? Uh, Edge or something? Because in Google Chrome you should be able to see every request information. Can you confirm, please, which browser are you using? We can check that. Does anyone have the same problem, or anyone have tried to see the documents or the network? Does anyone tried it? Probably you should. If not, try with most Brave. Uh, Let me see, because I think I have Brave. No, I don't have Brave. I just lied to you. I'm sorry. Uh, how much time do we have? Okay, we have time. I will just download Brave. It will just take a second, probably. Yeah, downloading. Uh, let's go. Uh, okay, downloaded. Let me just install it. Let's try it real time. Okay, let's go. So, okay, now it should be working. Let's go. Open Brave. Brave browser. Let's go to the same website. Let's try it. I've never used Brave, to be honest. Well, I've used Brave, but not to for data scraping or inspecting things. Okay. Um, mm, Let me see if there's any way. Let me see. Inspect. Let's go. Actually, it's pretty cool, Brave. I've heard a lot of good things about it. Um, okay, don't want this. Okay, so this is what you see. So you go to network, and probably you can. Oh, okay. So there's third-party requests, but I don't know if that's necessary, to be honest. Let's go fetch. Try the same results. Paris to London. Okay, they whatever. I don't mind. 23. Let's go. Yeah. So yeah, you get the same results with Brave too. So there should be no problem with that. Block response cookies. Block requests. Okay, so third party request. So there's no to allow third party cookies or scrapping. Oh, okay. Let me see if we can see the headers. Yeah, you can see the headers too. And if you just go here and click copy, curl, and then go here, curl to Python code. Let me see. Okay, which one is this one? Yeah, so yeah, you should be able to copy it. It's okay. Yes, now it's working. Okay, great. Okay. Let me see if we get all the yeah. It seems like you can get all the information. Okay, this is not section. Yeah, I. Sorry. Can you hear me? I think the headphone just died. Okay, I think now it's connected. Just connected the other one. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Any question? Any suggestion? I recommend you to deep dive into scrapping because it's really interesting. You can do a bunch of more complicated things like scrapping, for example, banks website. But that is a little bit more tricky because you have 2FA, two factor authentication. Like they send you you can make the request, but then they send you the SMS, or sometimes you need some kind of program like the certificate or something to access the bank, depending on the bank. It's a little bit tricky, but you can learn a lot. And data scrapping is cool. Yeah, it's cool. Obviously, legally and with permission of the website's um, administrators. So yeah, that will be. I'll leave you with the next stream. I think it's starting in 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes, with Dimmer. Um, with Dimmer, I think. Yeah. So have have fun with Dimmer, and yeah, thank you so much for being here. Hope you learned a little bit. Um, and yeah, that's it. If there's no more, what? Okay. See here. Oh, what? Hey, Dimmer. I'm just leaving the stream, so you'll have your time and space with these great folks, and hope you have fun with Dimmer. Thank you so much, folks, for being here at least nearly 2 hours. I know it's a little bit heavy, so go have fun with Dimmer, eat a little bit, drink some coffee, some tea, and see you on the next one. Thank you. Have a great day.